As I lay in my bed, staring at the ceiling, I couldn't help but wonder how much time I had wasted in my life. I knew that an average person wastes 28 days a year. If I lived to be 80, that'd be 6.2 years of my life. But for me, that number felt much higher. I'd spent the last 3 months doing absolutely nothing. But why? Why was I wasting my time? And why are you wasting yours watching this video? There are basically two types of time wasting. The first one is basically waiting for something to happen. For example, if you just gave your job interview, then you will have to wait it out to know if you got rejected or accepted by the job. Or it could be even simpler, like just waiting on the line of Starbucks, or waiting for a checkout, waiting for a refund. Or if you have ever messed up your tax returns, that phone call is a long wait and you literally can't do anything about this. And these are the type of time waste we will not be talking on this video. Now, the second type of time waste though, it's the time we deliberately waste on daily basis, like scrolling through TikTok or playing video games for hours and hours. I really don't have any problem with these type of time waste either, but most of the time that first type of time waste, like waiting in a line, feels more like a time waste than when you are just like playing a video game for hours. And that is a problem. So the day I was staring at my ceiling, I realized that before I could address why I was wasting my time, I needed to look more closely at a bigger picture of my life. There were two crucial perspectives that I needed to take into account. The first one is the compass, and the second one is the clock. The compass, I believe, must take precedence. With the compass, I needed to know exactly where I was heading or where I wanted to go in life. Once I knew that, I could develop a thorough game plan on how to get there as quickly and as easily as possible. Then, and only then, should I allocate my priorities, my time, and my energy and what is necessary and what is crucial for my day-to-day life. It all came down to my captivating, motivating, and overarching long-term aims and objectives. These were then divided into short-term, medium, and long-term views, and it basically covered all the major part of my life dimension, like academic pursuit, career aspiration, mental development, physical health, financial wealth, family relationships, social networking, recreational ventures, and spiritual development. I knew that the next step was to translate each of my long-term goals and objectives into a list of precise, important, and doable daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and even annual tasks. And this, my friend, is the clock. My systematic game plan was embodied by these technical and strategical daily actions and goals of my life. Once these activities were in place, it would be extremely simple for me to become productive and efficient in the areas that were most important to me. As a result, it would make it extremely easy for me to do things of my interest, like shoot this video, and also have time for things that is most crucial for my life, like going to college, studying for my finals, or just building my career in general, basically. I knew that without objectives, list of priorities, and plans, I was just a boat in the ocean exposed to the dynamics of the environment. And if you don't have these three things, that is probably why you are wasting your time. We all know the feeling of wasting time, whether it's using your social media for hours or just procrastinating on your homework or your work. Before I reveal you why, gently tap on that like button so this video reaches your loved ones. There are many reasons why people waste their time, and I have gathered few of those many reasons to share with you guys today as an example. Number one, lack of motivation or direction. Without clear goals or a sense of purpose, it can be difficult to focus and prioritize tasks. For example, if a student doesn't know what he or she wants to do or study in their college life, they could spend hours and hours and days and months browsing internet instead of looking for a potential major, or instead of talking to their advisor and talking to their friends or family. Number 2, fear of failure or success. Some people, including ourselves, may avoid taking an action or important task because we're afraid of failing or succeeding. And for instance, an employee who is afraid of failing a project may procrastinate and waste time on social media instead of working on the project. Number 3, just pure boredom. Sometimes we literally just want to sit around and do nothing, just waste our time instead of doing an unpleasant task or something that we just don't feel like doing. For example, a person could just sit down and watch hours and hours of TV instead of cleaning their house, or their room, or their dishes. That sounds a lot like me. Number 4, social pressure. People waste time to fit in with a group or to avoid feeling left out. For example, a teenager may spend hours playing video games with friends instead of studying for the test. And that teenager was probably me. I used to be so big on Clash of Clans. I remember days that I got kicked out of Clash of Clans like, I think 2 times in single day. And back in the day, you got kicked out of the server every 8 hours, I believe. So I played Clash of Clans 16 hours in one day just because I had this social pressure that I was in a really big clan and we had to be active all the time. What number are we on? 5? Number 5, stress or burnout. When people, including ourselves, are feeling overwhelmed, we may use time-wasting activities as a way to cope or escape the stress. For example, sometimes while just doing our job, we just feel very stressed about the presentation or whatever that we need to do, that we just don't feel like starting that project, because if we start the project, we'll have to finish it, or it just takes a toll out of you. So instead, we just go to movies and watch movies. With the rise of smartphone and social media and the internet, it has become even easier than before to engage in time-wasting activities such as scrolling through social media or watching videos. Ultimately, understanding the reason why we waste our time is extremely important because it helps us build the strategy and manage our time better. These examples demonstrate how different factors and triggers can lead to time wasting, and it's important to identify and address those triggers in order to overcome the habit of time wasting. As we all know, time is very precious. Once gone, it's never going to come back. So it's important to be mindful of what we are spending our time on. After you finish watching this video right up here, just for a few minutes, sit by yourself, put away all the distractions, and think about why you could be wasting your time and if you fall under any of the categories that I just provided. Use the strategy of compass and the clock that we talked about earlier and make a game plan on what you can do on your daily life to reach the overarching goal, the long-term goal that you have in your life. And before you leave, like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video, and please subscribe if you want more content like this. Peace out.